Okay, thanks everyone for joining this webinar, and let's directly get into this. I hope my screen is visible. Yeah, okay, thanks. You can keep sharing your queries in comment box and we will be taking. So for this 45-minute call, what we will be doing, we will be having a 30-minute of session delivery followed by some 15 minutes of Q&A, and the comments which are there in the Q&A will be taken on priority. If anybody who shared the comments over the email, they can write those comment again in the sorry people who have shared those emails can share those in the comment box again for ease of use. Yeah, so let's directly dive into the talk. So this program is about professional speakers masterclass based on the real education principle for new age educators. My name is Vikas Jain. I'm a professional keynote speaker, author, and founder of therealeducation.com. My journey of professional speaking. So I have delivered many corporate programs with the brand name Vikas Jain Live. So if you want to have a look at my personal profile, you can go to vikasjainlive.com and you'll be able to see that. In addition, these are the three books which I have authored: Real Education, The Secret Behind Superachiever Self Education, and Career Choices. So far, I have delivered more than 150 speeches with live impact of 13,000 plus people and an online impact of more than 10 lakh people with serving 120 plus organizations. And some of the key organizations where I have delivered my program includes Oracle, UNHCR, Intel Security, Uber, Yamaha. Last year I did the program for Dell also. And before getting into this field, I was a software engineer where I have earlier served in IBM and then in McAfee before getting into this field. And as I grew in my career, I realized that there is a lot of importance of being in the right company. So professional speaking is a whole lot of very established vertical, especially in Western side. In India, it is still growing. So to get that exposure in 2017, I went to Singapore to attend a Asia Professional Singapore Conventions of Professional Speaker, where there were more than 150 professionals from all over the world attending that conference. So basically, you get a very global exposure of what is happening around. And we got so motivated that we started Professional Speakers Association in India. I'm one of the founding board member of that association. Along with it, this year we had a Professional Speakers Summit 2020 in Delhi, where I was the conference chair. So these interaction and my personal life experiences gave me a good lot of exposure that what is happening in the professional speaking industry and what one should do in the initial phases. So for example, if you go out and attend a program by people who are in this industry for say more than 20 years, 30 years, they have gone through a cycle of evolution. But it is very relevant that people who are starting their career right now, what are their concern and queries and how we can answer them. To keep that thing in mind, the agenda of this call is about real education and new age educators, what is professional speaking, how to turn free speeches into paid gigs, how to become an expert and position yourself as an expert, how to prepare yourself while in corporate job. The fifth point is very critical. Due to COVID and other scenarios, the organizations are getting disrupted. There are some people who go through midlife crisis where around 40, 45, they start realizing that what to do as they are going up in the hierarchy. It's typically a pyramid structure where there are only few openings at the top. So what should be done? And these people want to share some insights. So while being in job, what can be done and that one can do to get onto this path, followed by Q&A. What is real education and new age educator thing? So typically in the old age, say 40 years ago, 50 years ago, we had this mindset and a mental model that In the initial phase of our life, we go through education, formal schooling and college, and then we get into the work life and we continue our journey like that. That this used to happen because things were not changing at that fast pace. So even one has learned one particular skill, they can keep on serving the industry for say 10 years, 15 years with that skill only. But with the new age, things have changed. So though this system of education and work life exist, but in parallel, there are so many other things which are happening. For example, learning all the time, ideas being shared, disruptive innovations, reinventing product and services. If you take the example of TEDx, what is a TED Talks and TEDx platform? Ideas worth sharing. And why to share those many ideas? Because in this new age, the possibilities have multifolded. So you are having lot many opportunities and options to pursue your work. So we are not limited to some of those things. With that, lifelong learning has come into picture. So there are people who are learning all the time, who are sharing their ideas, who are sharing their experiences, and other people learning from those experiences. So when we are having this kind of lifelong learning in place, so many conferences happening, there are these new age educators. So earlier, when we used to use the word educators, that usually believe that we are working or teaching in some school or a college. But in new age education, the new age educators are these conference speakers, coaches, mentors, seminar leaders, consultants, and many more. So this is that branch of new age educators. And one of the particular vertical in this new age educator branch is conference speaking. So this webinar will be focused on the professional speaking part of it. Having said that, if you are getting into this field or already working into this field, I would recommend that wear the hat of a new age educator, because with that you can multifold your services and products to coaches. You can choose to be a mentor or a seminar leader based on your profile and your interest. So let's focus on the professional speaking, because all these things have combined to form the real education. So when I say real education, people usually think that we are talking about the crowd for the school and college, but that's not the case. In the lifelong learning space, we are learning all the time, and real education is for everyone. So professional speaking. Now to understand professional speaking, my one of the preferred way of understanding any subject is to break the words. So from the professional speaking word itself, what we can conclude. So there is this definitely speaking which is happening. So what is a speech? A public speech, usually between 30 minutes to 2 hours. Why it's not more than 2 hours? After 2 hours, one needs a break. So when you are having that break, it turns into a workshop or a master class. It no more remain a speaking assignment. So when we mostly talk about speaking assignment, it's usually less than 2 hours. Now, professional. Definitely, when we are talking about professional speaking, you are being paid for the speech. And this is very different from promoting the product. So there are some speaker who go on stage for free, deliver the talk, and out of that talk, they might get some consulting assignment. So they are a professional in the space. There are professional educators. But can we say that these are professional speaker? No, that may not be true. Professional speaker is somebody who is paid for that speech, not for the future assignments. That's a separate thing. Now, there is a very subtle meaning which lies here. So, there is a speaker who is paid for the speech, and that subtle meaning is that that person has to be a subject matter expert. Why a company would pay somebody to speak unless that person is a subject matter expert? There is one class of professional speaking which may not come under subject matter expert, which is celebrity quotient. So if somebody is a celebrity, they would be invited to speak because people understand that there will be a marketing benefit to that angle. Having said that, when we are talking about professional speaking, we are first focusing on becoming a subject matter expert, because that's actually make the most of the professional speaking industry. So our focus will be on these word paid, subject, and how to become the expert for the further conversation. So we are talking about turning free speeches into paid speeches. There are many people who must have gone through that. They are invited to speak at certain forum. Some college may invite, some school may invite, where they are paid some honorarium. Honorarium in India usually ranges between, as per the UGC norm, some 1000, 2000, or up to 5000. That may vary based on the event and the school or college, but typically these are called the honorariums. Then there are certain other conferences where people are invited to speak, but are they actually paid for those speeches? That's a question that we will be answering now. So, to understand how to get paid for your speech when you are invited and you are paid something above 10,000 rupees, how to get that kind of amount to start with? Definitely, one might expect 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh, and there is no upper limit to it. But to start into that thing, we need to know our industry. That when we talk about professional speaking, what is it about? So, anybody would start into this career as a beginner. So beginners usually deliver free speeches. If you are at this point of time where you have not even delivered free speeches, I think that's another angle to it, that how you can get those free speeches. But the point here is how to get into this space. So the first level are the people who are delivering free speeches. The next level is those people where they deliver free speeches, but client take care of their travel and stay. Now, if you're delivering a speech within your own city, taking care of travel and stay is not a big thing. But if somebody is inviting you in some other city to deliver a speech and taking care of your air travel and stay, that itself is a some good cost, which means you are getting established in your industry where the client is interested in at least taking care of your travel and stay to deliver that speech, even though they might not be paying you for that thing. The next level is intermediate, which is more about some paid speeches. What do you mean by some paid speeches? So your main area of work could be something else. You are an entrepreneur running your own company, but say once in a year, you might get some paid speaking assignment. That is at the level of intermediate. Beyond that, we have part-time speakers who frequently get paid for their speeches. So these may be like one speech a month or a two speech a month, that sort of scenario. And at the top, we have full-time speakers where they have many paid speeches. So it's like 10 speeches in a month, that sort of scenario. To keep the scope of this webinar, we are talking about how to get from a beginner stage to an intermediate stage where we start getting some paid assignments and how to get those kind of assignments. Now, as I mentioned that we need to know our industry, one of the industry requirement is in conferences. So a speaker is supposed to speak in a conference. Now, what are these conferences? So there are typically, I would say, based on my experience in this industry, three type of conferences. There are certain conferences where there are actually no paid speakers. And if you look closely, if the agenda of that conference, the sponsors are actually the role players in that conference. So you will see that XYZ company sponsored this event, and then you will see VP of XYZ company coming and delivering the talk. Then ABC company sponsored that event, and ABC company person is there on the panel discussion. So there is a one-to-one mapping between the sponsors and the speakers, and there are actually no paid speaker in those events. Then there are certain other conferences where only one paid speaker is there. In this type of conferences, so I delivered a program in, there is a federation of corrugated box manufacturers in India, and the annual event happened in Chennai. And it was a 3 days event, and definitely a long line of speakers. Most of the speakers were the members of that industry. So they were coming and sharing their experience, their innovation with fellow members. In those cases, most of the time, these are not paid speakers. But out of that agenda, I think few of them, counting myself, were the paid speakers. So I was invited to speak at that event about innovation for small industry and how they can have the growth mindset, because that is one of my topic, that how to have a growth mindset and strategy to achieve the desired results. So in those kind of conferences, when you look at the agenda, there are many speakers, but because you are getting deeper into this industry, you need to understand who are paid speakers and who are the speakers who are coming and sharing their insight, but they may not be actually the paid speaker. Then there are other conferences where there are many paid speakers. So if you want to start getting paid assignments, what you need to do, you need to start finding those conferences. People typically think that from somewhere they will get the paid speeches. They might engage a digital marketing expert for that, but frankly, if you are a key person in your industry, your digital marketing person will ask you that who is your target audience. And if you are not focusing and marketing to our target audience, that means we are not actually doing anything substantial. So as a speaker, if you really want to be successful in this field, what you need to do, you need to find those conferences where actually they are engaging paid speakers for their event. Search on internet, see, and this task itself will create so many passive kind of knowledge within you. So that is your action item number one, is to find those conferences where paid speaking assignments are happening. Now the second thing, corporate. So beyond conferences, there are certain corporations which have their events where professional speakers are invited. Now, people who are coming from the industry or even catering to the industry as a trainer need to understand the difference here. Typically, trainers are engaged by L&D department. So there is this learning and development department, training department, who perform the training need analysis and engages the trainers. But when we are talking about conference speaker, these are the different people. Conference speakers are engaged by different people and they may not be from the L&D department. Just to give you an example, for my growth motivation talk, which comes under the category of motivational speaker, say there is some sales annual conference happening. So I delivered my program for a conference of Virgo tiles, Orient tiles, and these people, Virgo group and Orient tiles, and these people engage me, say, for their sales conference. Now, when the sales conference being done, probably the VP or the director of sales might be looking for the speaker for that event, because they are curating the agenda, not the L&D people. So the next action item for you is, when you are talking about getting a professional speaking assignment, there is certain category of corporates which actually engages speakers and hold these kind of events. So you need to find a list that for your topic, for your industry, what are those corporations which actually engages the speakers, and when those speakers were engaged, who actually took the decision. Because it is about knowing your industry. Unless we know these things in clarity, I think no tools, no digital marketing, or no other effort can help us, because it has to be very specific. The next step comes out to be becoming a subject matter expert. Because when we talked about paid, subject, and expert, three words, subject matter expert is a critical thing, because people who will be paid. So even if you are able to find out those conferences or those corporates that who are looking for a paid speaker, but they will pay only to the subject matter expert. So we have to show that we are subject matter expert in that field. Now, every expert was once a beginner, as mentioned by Rutherford. But in your field or in any field, when I was working on the learning potential of different people, I realized that we start with this kind of structure. So initially we are interested in a subject, then we become a beginner and start doing something. Then we become a practitioner with say 20 years of experience in XYZ field. But here comes the actual difference. The next level is the expert with deep knowledge, and the level above that is genius, people who are counted among few in the world. So people can say who are the top 5 marketing people in the world, and people can name the top 5 architects in the world, top 5, top 10, these. So when we have started counting these few people on our tapes. Is your name there? The point here which need clarity is the practitioner versus expert. So I come across, based on my exposure to different people, and when I was doing this professional speaker summit, I came across many people who will say that they are expert, but they are truly practitioners and may not be expert. So even a practitioner with say 20 years of experience in XYZ field is a practitioner delivering the product deliveries. But when we are talking about expert, we are looking for something else, that unique additional thing, that extra mile, which differentiate that person from the practitioner. Say there are in an industry, there are say 1 lakh people. Now everyone, one of those person is practitioner. But frankly speaking, with your exposure, if you start thinking about how many of them are experts, very few. So what differentiate those people from those practitioner is that additional knowledge, that deep knowledge. One way to really explain it is a T-shaped model. If you have come across this model, this is one of the model used in talent management and learning style, which talks about T type of structure, where there is a person who is having a depth in a subject and a breadth of subject. Sorry. Practically saying, these experts are having a good lot of depth in a particular subject and the breadth of the subject talking about its role in the industry. Now, people may say that I'm an expert on 10 field, but practically speaking, considering everyone is having that limited hours of 24, we can't be expert in each and everything. So there are two things, that person may be a polymath who is having actually depth, or that person is actually having a breadth side knowledge of many things, which he or she might be thinking that okay, I'm having that knowledge, but this is having the breadth of the subject but not the depth of one subject. So typically T-shirt model talks about that what is that one subject which you need the knowledge. So action item for you next is finding your the subject. And when I'm saying the subject, it that itself is a very ongoing question for every professional speaker, that what is your the subject. You might be a practitioner in some field, but how to convert that practitioner experience into becoming an expert is a lifelong learning. Because it is more about, to become an expert is it's not just that okay, 10 years ago I have become an expert. An expert is somebody who is on a pursuit of becoming an expert. Because this is what I feel, a subject matter expert is a lifelong learner in that subject. So in 10 years, in 2 years, in 5 years, lot many things have changed. An expert is somebody who is always relevant to the industry, who is having the updates. A critical point about positioning. So what is positioning? When I went to Singapore and attended the professional speakers, uh, that conference, I met Rob Lilwal, and he had a very amazing talk. So this guy was a geography teacher who realized that he himself have not seen the geography. So he left the job, booked a one-way flight to some other country, and cycled back to his home in say more than 2 years. Interesting story, isn't it? So his LinkedIn profile say that he has traveled by bicycle and foot for over 80,000 kilometer and covered these many countries. A great story. Yes. Now we are talking about the positioning. If I tell you that this person is having a talk with the title "Leave Your Job, Pursue Your Passion," interesting talk. But do you think that this person will be invited to do this talk in a corporate? Will corporate invite him that come and deliver a talk on leave your job and pursue your passion? So the experience is saying that this person did this thing. No, this will not work. What might work for them, and this is what he did. His talk was titled Resilience. So same story, same background, but Thai talk is positioned differently. Now, will corporate be interested in listening to a person who is a natural adventurer talking about resilience? Yes, corporate is interested. So that is a critical point, that when we casually talk about subjects, finding the subject matter expertise is itself a big talk. And I think when you will go deeper into this subject, this is what I have realized. The top speakers are those who deliver what they live. So it's not just about practitioner of say 10 years or 20 years or 30 years in industry. In industry, we keep on working for something and we may not truly believe in that. So True speaking counts when you are speaking for say 1,000 people. 1,000 plus is the maximum audience in front whom I have spoken. I did a talk in Kerala for 1,000 school principals. Individual person was a school principal, and I realized you cannot fake it, right, in front of those people when you are exposing yourself. And so you need to deliver what you truly believes in. So what is the action item for you is to find a mentor, discover, align, realign your niche, theme or subject, whatever you call it. You may call it your niche or a theme or the subject. You need to discover it. If you have discovered it, align it. If you have aligned it, realign it, because it is a ongoing task for a professional speaker. This is what I did for myself. I got an inner theme coaching from Frederick Herren. And if you're interested in his blog, so in many of talk, I've talked about that how I read all his blogs and my journey to attending that conference in Singapore. So I can send you over the emails that some relevant blogs which you can read to understand what is inner theme and what can be done. And I did the same for others, because when you start gaining some knowledge, you want to share with others. So I started coaching Nirja Singh on this thing, and I'm very happy to see the way she has come over, focusing on the generational empathy, intergenerational expert, and things that she is doing right now. Now the fifth thing is, we have already talked about your subject matter expertise, how to initially get those paid speeches. Now there are many people who are in job and what they can do. So what is the constraint? See, while in a job, I was in McAfee earlier, so I've seen that kind of thing. Most organization will not allow you to publicize yourself as a speaker and take those paid gigs and daytime commitment, because you cannot commit a time that on this date I'll be come and deliver your speech, because that time office assignment can be there. Having said that, when I got into this industry, I realized that every industry needs some preparation, every profile needs some preparation, and there are something which you can do right away while you are in job, which can actually build and seed for your future career. So what are those things? Now, I talked about action item number 3, which is finding your subject. Do you think it is relevant for you? Yes, definitely. Irrespective of whether you are going to speak today or tomorrow, it is very relevant for you. Next, pursuit of becoming an expert. Should you be an expert? And can you become an expert within 1 day, 5 days, 30 days? No. It is a pursuit of lifelong. So one has to start it right away. Do you need to find a mentor to discover, align and realign your niche? Definitely. There is no other option. Can it be done right now within your job? Yes. And the sixth and most critical one, which is about, even while you are in your job, you can create your blog. So there is no corporate which will restrict that you cannot have your blog sharing your personal experiences. So you can have a website with your name. You can start writing blogs, so it will not having that kind of thing that your photo with saying that you are a speaker or something like that. No, but at least you can have a personal blog and you can keep writing. So when you start with a bloggish look, what it will do, it will certainly let people know that you are there in this field. You write on this subject, that means you have some additional knowledge. It will position you as an expert, and even you can go ahead and write your book. That can be done. So these are things which even professional speakers who enter into this field full time and realize they have not done it, and it takes them 1 year to 2 year to do all these things. It has so many direct and indirect benefit. Indirect benefit like SEO benefit. If you engage a digital marketing expert, they will say that one of the good thing is organic SEO. Now how to get organic SEO? If you write on that title. So instead your digital marketing expert saying, sir, give me 5 blogs on this topic, won't it be a better situation where you are writing on that particular subject for say 5 years or 3 years and having that natural kind of organic SEO? So just to revise quickly, we talked about real education and new age educators, about professional speaking, how to turn free speeches into paid speeches, how to become an expert, and position. That's a very critical point. Becoming an expert is one thing, but positioning is equally critical, and how to prepare yourself while you are in job. And we have come out with these action items, that find those paid conferences where speakers are invited, and finding those organizations who are inviting those paid speakers, finding your the subject, and pursuit of becoming expert, find a mentor, discover, align your niche, and you can still have your books and public blogs and all those things in place. There are lot many questions which are still unanswered, because in the interest of time I can uh, ask only few. So there are still many other questions, because being into this field I know that, like, what is world of professional speaking, it's very huge. Understanding professional speaking industry, there is a NSA, National Speakers Association in the United States, where they have say 4 to 5 days of event where thousands of people attending that event. Imagine a professional speaker gathering of thousands of people. That is the scope of this industry. How to your position yourself as a professional keynote speaker, because client will be looking for that. Key thing that the conference organizers are looking for from professional speakers, it's not a typical uh, industry where too many questions will be asked to you that, okay, uh, your profile is good in this, can you give me this, can you give me this? No, most of the time, even coming before coming to you, they will do some online search, and if they found that you are relevant for their speech, then only they'll come to you and call you. So you need to prepare certain things, understanding various objectives behind professional speaking. Different people are coming with different objectives, different segments of professional speakers, and variation in their fee. It's itself a very huge topic. How to begin your speaking journey, how professional speaker can be an enabler in your existing business. So if you have heard this term, there is a term called uh, education based marketing. That's not exactly professional speaking, but just one step below professional speaking, where you are seen as an expert. You will be getting your consulting and your business benefit while sharing those educational seminars. How to prepare your speeches. Public speaking is itself a great round of uh, topic, and depth require a depth into the subject. How to position yourself in market as a highly paid speaker and a professional speaker. How to step into global speaking market. So the dynamics of the professional speaking in your industry might be different from international industries. Some topic which may work locally may not work internationally, and vice versa. So do you have this kind of exposure? Finding right audience and conferences, finding usual social media messages to get rid of to get paid speaking assignments, critical collaterals, what you must be ready all the time. Gadgets and softwares, you might be doing a public speech in a conference. Now can you record that speech, and how to record that speech, how to create the basic setup, that you at least have some things available with you. And the role of Professional Speakers Association, I'm one of the board member of Professional Speakers Association of India. So you beat any subject matter expertise, people find the like-minded people. You have to join the tribe, and the tribe of professional speaking is in the Professional Speakers Association, which you can join as per your interest. So what I do, actually, I do my master classes and one-on-one coaching program to uh, cover some part of it. So we are planning for a 3 hours workshop on the same topic, where we can deep dive into the questions that you might have. And I also offer, as I mentioned earlier, one-on-one coaching program. So whatever, based on your existing requirement, what is relevant, we can craft that kind of one-on-one engagement, and can be done. Now, so this was more about the program and things. Let me get back to see the chat to see the questions. Uh, oh, before I joined, Vishal said good word about me. Thank you, Vishal. Yes. Oh, there is a message from Indranil who could not majority of it. Oh, sorry, Indranil. Um, uh, the price of the workshop, those things will be shared in detail later. In case somebody is having any particular question related to what we discussed so far, thanks Vinaji for appreciating the session. If anybody, so far I don't see any particular question. So if you are having any particular question, I'll be glad to answer it before closing the this meeting. um, how to find these people and orgs. Uh, d- uh, Indranil is asking for the slide. Indranil, I'll be sharing these uh, slides over SlideShare for future benefit. I think it will be too much to right now share all the slides. Uh, yeah, and then I'd be glad to answer some selective question over email too. Vishal asked that how to find the conferences where paid speakers are invited. Yeah, so this thing happened to me that when I, that's a great question. Okay, this question was asked by Coach CK. I'll first answer the question asked by Vishal Singhal, how to find those people and orgs. Now, organization, when they, it's a very, what I would say in software, we used to call it reverse engineering. So reverse engineering is that, say, if I am expert in certain field, I would be knowing certain other speakers in that field. So if you go to certain other speakers profile, look through the details, you will find that there would be some people who have given the testimonial to that speaker, some company that, okay, this speaker delivered this talk in my organization and he did a great job or she did a great job. Technically, we are starting finding some patterns. Okay, this speaker in my industry is invited to speak at this corporate. That means this corporate invite the speaker. You may find certain YouTube videos of their delivery, that this speaker delivered a talk in this particular conference, which means there is a conference organized by that company where these people are invited. So it's kind of a reverse engineering which you can do to find out those things. So these are certain ways to begin with to find out those organizations. Most of the business associations especially are having these kind of events where during, especially during their some quarterly or annual event, they invite paid speakers. So if you belong to particular industry, I understand majority of the conferences will be looking for those free speakers who are looking for sponsors, but there are certain speakers in that agenda who are paid speakers. I think that answers your query, Vishal, to some extent. It's a long question. Yeah, I understand. Now, Coach CK Arora, how to find the conferences where paid speakers are invited? Same thing. My personal experience, I used to think that, okay, uh, when I went to Singapore, I saw and I got in touch with those people, and these people became my friend. I got connected over Facebook, and then I started seeing that this person is flying to India in Mumbai to deliver a talk in certain conference. Now it was a new thing for me that I was not aware about that conference. And imagine this person is invited to speak from certain other part of the world to deliver a talk in that conference. And I know that that person is a professional speaker. So that thing started giving me that exposure that where these professional speakers are invited. So when you are part of that professional speaking tribe, you can draw so many indirect details through this, that by looking at your friend profile, person who is advanced 10 years ahead in your industry, if you look through their website, it will definitely say that they have delivered talk in certain companies. So for example, if I am saying that Dell invited to deliver a talk for their global leadership meet in Hyderabad, which means Dell invites these kind of conferences, right? uh, and then there are other conferences where paid speakers are invited. So it is like connecting the dot over a period of few years. When we intentionally look for that details, we will start combining that kind of patterns. Yeah, as we are adopting web-based program more and another question is web-based program more and more, how to handle Zoom fatigue from Indranil. Yeah, definitely. People are into this mindset of that Zoom fatigue is happening, and right now also you might be feeling the same. Having said that, there are conferences which are happening. So there are two things that it is difficult to have it, but there it has to have it. Somebody will do that kind of program. Having said that, professional speakers get to one level ahead. So what they will do, when I talked about T level of structure, so one of the T is our subject. So say my subject expertise is learning, the real education of top 10%, that how these geniuses learn. That is my one level of expertise. My second level of expertise would be that how can I deliver better talks, how can I deliver better Zoom session, these kind of things, how to share what details to be required, how to engage the people on in the audience. I think when we get into that sort of mindset, there is a Facebook community about remote speaking. I got to know this because that person came and delivered a talk for our Professional Speaker Association. There is a Facebook group where the only discussion is about that how to do those remote kind of speeches. Frederick Herren recently did a talk that a professional speaker need not do a webinar, instead they do virtual speeches. So lot many innovations are happening, and I think we have lot to learn into this field. So I think it answers that how we can get away with that thing. uh, I think it's difficult to retain attention at a stretch for more than an hour. Yes and no. uh, for a normal person, yes, it is difficult, but when we are talking about professional speaking, uh, I, I'm sure you might be knowing about Tony Robbins. Now, uh, I came across many trainers who visit and attend Tony Robbins program, not just for the content, but to see that how one person can hold the attention of say 10,000 people for 3 days. So he talks for like say 12 hours. So how to hold that attention? So that itself is an art. When we go for a stand-up comedian or a rock show, how these people engages us. So we can learn from so many things actually. Last week I was watching tutorials on as a singer how to engage the audience. Now people who are doing live performances, singers, they have been doing this for a long period of time. So what you can do, how you can change your body language and how to engage your audience. So audience engagement is related and critical for every performer, irrespective of whether they are professional speaker or a singer. So there are certain ways in which we can engage them, and we need to learn them. Yeah, next question is from though it may be more beneficial to join the association overall the long run, but which one is better, join your program whom I have known for some time or join this association? I think these are two different things. I would not say that joining association and joining one particular coach's program can be compared. It's like it's not like apple and orange kind of, it's kind of a apple and orange kind of comparison. So if somebody who is a chartered accountant, they might get coaching from somebody who is a senior chartered accountant, but they will be member of say ICAI or some chartered accountant association. So these are two independent things. I would not say that can be compared because outcome is different. Uh, Kritika asks, in the COVID era, isn't the speaker industry getting hampered? And seeing the already expert, how can I begin making their space? How can I, as a beginner, make your space? See, the interesting thing is that so far majority of the people are looking for speakers. So before COVID thing happens, there was a concern that artificial intelligence is taking away the speaker's profile, because there are artificial type of engine, and there are some virtual speakers created through artificial intelligence who are delivering a great talk. So people who are in the profile of say news readers and speakers might go away. The interesting thing is that now you need a speaker in your conference to talk about that how that thing will happen. So there is a human need to talk about the problem that you are talking about. COVID, I got a requirement from somebody, but so that they were asking that, okay, can you deliver a talk on what will be the future of insurance industry after COVID? So COVID is there, they are impacting, but now they are looking, the subject has changed now because I was not having a relevant experience of uh, uh, particularly insurance industry, so I could not say anything much. So I shared that, okay, I'm not having particular experience of insurance industry, but I can talk about this thing. Having said that, there will be certain requirement of speakers, and it's not just about speaking. First you become an expert. So forget about going and speaking on stage. First become an expert in the field that you truly believe in. And once you become an expert, wear that hat of real new age educator, because in that case you will be creating online content and so many things. That's why I said in the first slide that focus on becoming a educator, and speaker is one of the form. I hope that answers your query. So Vishal asking, acha, it was a question for Nija. She might answer. Very down to earth talk. Thank you, Indranil. I've got some topic now in relation to AI. Yeah, that's a beauty of being in the like-minded tribe of like-minded people. That we start getting so many ideas that if this person has, the kind of thing that I learned from Rob Lilwell, that okay, this person who is a traveler left the job is not talking about leaving the job, is talking about resilience. So that's, these are the small tweaks which your mentor can help you find, that instead of positioning yourself as this word, why not use this word? And this is more of industry ready word. Frankly speaking, when I got in touch with Frederick Herren and had that long discussion, it's, this is a story on my website. I've written that story, that how to get a mentor and all those things. And so he gave me even a word to it, and the word was that based on your talk, he suggested, based on my talk, he recommended me that can I have a talk with the name learniosity, because I was talking about the learning and curiosity of leaders. And earlier I thought it's a leadership development program. And he said that leadership development is something different. Your talk is more about learniosity. And why not you go ahead and book that domain itself? And I booked that domain, learniosity.com. Now it's a talk for me, talk something which triggered some interest in the mind of people. So I think these are certain things which can be done. And I really hope that first of all, during this COVID time, be safe, because before getting into professional speaking or education, your life is most critical. You take good care of yourself and your family. And I'm sure that because you are interested into this talk, you will get so many other insights about that how to get into professional speaking. You will find certain coaches and mentors. There are so many blogs and books. Uh, I will try to cover more details in our future workshop. I hope this was helpful to you. And as a give back, if you want, you can write a testimonial on LinkedIn. You can find with the name Vikas Jan Live, linkedin.com/in/Vikas Jan Live, and all the details. And I'll be happy that you join this tribe, because I'm very passionate about people who are expert. We want that ecosystem where experts are there, genius people are there, and we can do a lot many things. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time for attending this talk on this Sunday morning. Thanks again. Bye bye.